Yo, guys, what the fuck is good? We're here. We're back. We're doing it. Real quick announcements. We're now going to be doing, because Mr. Hugh is a big professional job man.
Yeah, we be working.
He be working. So, we got to move the times around. Now we're going to be doing Mondays at 3.
Yeah.
Mondays at 3, starting on the 18th. That's what we're going to be doing.
Yeah, so usually, we get the episodes up around like an hour after or something like that. So you could check us. We'll have the episodes up around Monday at 5.
Yeah,
right around
something
then.
like that.
4:30, 5 p.m. The episodes will go up on YouTube.
Yeah, thank you to the man behind the sticks.
If we ever figure out how to get our lives going.
I'm still working on it. I don't know what.
Well, thank you to Tony behind the sticks. We got him going, and he's helping us. And also, our big man Beezy's back.
Yep.
Ibiza.
Beezy's in the house today.
That's right. He bees in the trap.
Bees in the trap.
That's what he's doing. I'm happy. I missed you, Bees.
Yeah.
I missed you in a gay way.
Oh, nice. It can only be gay.
Yeah.
I'll do it anyway.
I was like, we were sitting here.
Pro homo.
I was sitting here, and I was like, where's Beezy? I'm trying to suck this guy's cock.
Yeah.
And I'm like, damn it. You know what I mean? Like, I'd suck Hugh's cock, but
yeah. I mean, that gets old after a while.
Yeah, it gets old after a while.
At least that's what Marissa tells me. I don't know.
That's old hat. I like saying things like your old hat.
Old hat?
Yeah, like it was like, get this fucking guy out of here. He's old hat. I like that.
Yeah, that's good.
This guy's fucking old hat.
Old hat, dude.
Someone my dad called this lady, called her an old bag.
Oh, yeah, I like that one.
He's like, get out of here, you old bag.
Yeah, I've used that one, the old bag. And, I feel like I'm almost too young to use it.
Well,
old
yeah, I mean,
bag.
The old bag.
Get out of here.
The old fucking bag.
Yeah.
It's a great one. I have to stop. I've been trying to I don't hate old people, but I just.
Well, there's a cutoff. Yeah,
you know what it is, man. It's just
until I hate you. Yeah,
yeah, that's exactly it.
It starts getting, I guess, in the 70s, I would say.
Yeah, like my dad now, and it's not his fault. He's just old.
Yeah,
and he just does things slower. Like he processes information very slow.
Yeah,
and it fucking annoys the shit out of me.
Okay.
Like he's like, hey, can you turn the channel? He's like, just give me the remote. Like,
yeah.
You shit like that. And I'm
it's just like, let me just do it.
Yeah, or I'll tell him something. And he's like, what? And I'll tell him again. And it's like, at first I thought it was a hearing problem, but then I could tell his brain just doesn't process information.
Yeah, it's turned into mush.
Yeah, it's like, wait, one thing at a time. And I'm just like, ugh.
Yeah, no, I just think once you hit the 70s, you start driving like shit. You're just like a.
So, yeah, you're fucked.
You just start becoming a burden to society. You're collecting the Social Security. We need those guys to die off.
It's what year would you want to die at? I think 80 is a good checkoff point.
I wanted to die 10 years ago. I wanted to be 27 Club, like Jimi Hendrix and shit.
You'd end on top.
That's what I'm saying.
You'd end on top.
I should have went. I had a midlife crisis at 18.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Shit.
I think so. No, I guess I was the quarter life. No, what was it? It was 24. I was around 23, 24 where I was just fuck it, and I broke up with my girlfriend of long time. I bought a cherry red BMW.
Yeah.
And I started dating a younger blonde girl. And I was just I'm going through my midlife crisis.
You're going through a quarter life.
Yeah, I think that was the quarter life.
Quarter life crisis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just I dated this blonde chick that just did a ton of drugs.
Yeah.
I got rid of my Dodge Neon for a BMW SUV.
Yeah, Dodge Neon was too old.
Yeah. Oh, dude, that was the worst car I ever had.
What was I gonna say? Dating chicks, dating a hot girl who does drugs when you're also doing drugs is a real toxic combo.
Dude, oh, it's so dangerous.
It's because it's like I have sex. I mean, it's like soft dick sex.
Yeah.
But it's like.
Because like that's part of the problem is when you really start doing like hardcore drugs is like you just like hide it.
Yeah.
So you spend more time alone.
Yeah.
And you're just getting lonely.
Yeah.
But if you just have like a hot chick that's like down with it,
You're good to go.
you're like, okay, this is how I live life now. Like
This is what I do.
this is what I do. Like, why leave the house?
Did you ever have like a boss that you did drugs with?
No.
I've had like a boss that I wouldn't do drugs with him like all the
Yeah.
time. Like I wouldn't hit him up on a Friday night,
Right.
but we would, like after work, he's like, "Oh, come to my car real quick." I was
Okay.
like, "All right," and it was like that's another situation
Yeah.
where it's like I'm usually used to hiding this because
Right.
I'm afraid of losing my job,
Right.
but I'm doing it with the job.
Yeah.
So it's like, almost like you're
That's another big one. Like the last one would be like if you did drugs with like your mom.
yeah.
Like
I know people who have done
Yeah.
drugs with their parents.
dude, I know a guy that was like, and it was like really hard for him to like get clean.
Yeah.
Because he was like doing drugs with his parents. So then when like he wanted to get clean, like his mom's like, "Nah, I'm not getting clean. Like you're a pussy."
Really?
Well, no, I mean like she just didn't get clean. So like
Yeah.
he'd be like trying to like get clean in his house, and like his parents were all fucked up, So it's like there really wasn't like a safe spot to get clean.
When
Yeah.
he's dead now, but my friend Charlie was a big drug dealer, like a real big, like he was like Long Island's biggest
Yeah.
drug dealer, to the point where like we would pull up at like a Dunkin' Donuts, and then like a random father of the town
Yeah.
would like pull up next to him because everybody knew his car,
Right.
and they were like, "Stop selling drugs to this fucking community!" Like
Wow.
to that point, like everyone knew his red Cherokee, and
Yeah.
they're like, "That's the fucking guy."
That's crazy.
And he would sell crack to they had a young kid.
Yeah.
They'd put the young kid to sleep, and then we'd go over there. He's like, "Yeah, I gotta go sell, some crack to these people."
Wow.
And then like they were regular people, like
Yeah.
regular. I mean, they looked shifty.
Well,
you know?
yeah, crack starts doing that to people.
Yeah, they looked like shifty
you
people,
get shifty.
but they had a nice house in Seaford.
Yeah.
Lived like on a canal, I remember, and we'd pull up. He's like, "Yeah, the kids are asleep," and you'd be talking. And I was 18. We were young,
Right.
and I would be like a young 18-year-old kid, just,
Going
"Hey, how's
on
it
crack
going?"
runs.
And they're like, "So, hey, you guys getting ready to graduate?"
Yeah.
And like just ripping crack in front of us. And I was like, "What is going on right now?" And I remember we left one time. I was like, "You're gonna keep selling crack to these parents?" And he's like, "Yeah."
Yeah, dude. I mean, like that's how he makes his living. Those are the custies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But honestly, like it's weird. Like they had kind of a control over it. Like,
Yeah.
like because they would always get into fights. Like they ask him for crack and he wasn't around.
Oh,
And
yeah.
then he's like, "Hey, I'm back around now." They're like, "Oh, I don't want it now. I wanted it when I wanted it," which is usually not crackhead behavior.
No, that's like the opposite.
Yeah, that's the opposite of behavior.
Yeah, like a real like drug addict, like it's like, "Oh, I'm around now." It's like, "You made me wait for fucking 16 hours. Okay, give me the drugs." Like
Yeah.
you get really mad at him for like 5 minutes.
and you're like,
then-
"No, but seriously, I need the drugs."
yeah, like
Okay,
I'm still really sick. You need to give me that.
That's why I'm happy I never got into the downers.
Yeah.
Because uppers you can quit, but you'll just like, it's just hard. You get like you're
Yeah.
irritable.
You get like the mental shit from uppers.
Yeah,
but
you're just like, "The
downers
fuck?"
is like the physical. Like I can't get out of bed.
Yeah,
You
that's
know.
fucked. Dude.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, man. This kratom shit is kind of like that
Oh, dude, that's an opiate.
in a way.
Yeah.
Because I was when I was in Italy. I mean, I drink like one of these a day,
Yeah.
and it helps me stay off drugs, helps me drink, and it also helps my injuries. You don't feel your injuries as much.
Right.
It's fucking great, and I love it. I twitch out like I have fucking Tourette's, but I don't care. I like twitching.
Dude, Tourette's is cool.
Tourette's is cool.
Yeah.
I like twitching. I like twitching out. I like the feeling of just being like geeked out. That's what I
Yeah.
like doing. But anyway,
But yeah, when you went to Greece, right?
I went to Greece. I didn't have this.
Yeah.
For 2 weeks, and I was like, I was up one night, and I just felt like I had like an itch in my skin that I couldn't itch, and it was
Yeah.
just like radiating throughout my body.
Wow.
And I was like, and I was like just walking around. And my sister, me and her, like we were in a room where it's like her bed was over there. Her bed, we shared a room, but there was like a wall in between us. But she could hear me moving around.
Right.
And she was like, "What are you doing over there?" And I was like, "I don't know what the fuck's going on."
Yeah.
I'd never experienced something like that. And then
You might have had some like minor withdrawals going.
I 100% was.
Yeah.
I didn't go to sleep till like that whole day because I finally went to sleep at like 9 in the morning.
Right.
But like I would only sleep in like intervals of like 20 minutes. And I was just
that's the big sign of it. Yeah.
yeah, and I was just like, dude, I just can't I can't get to sleep. I definitely can't stay asleep.
Yeah. Like I think like the opiate withdrawals, like the big signs are like, well, first you get like either the diarrhea, throw up type thing. Like that's like when you're really bad. Like minor symptoms would be more like you get like the hot and cold. Like 1 second you're like fucking sweating, and the next minute you're like really like freezing cold.
Okay.
You can't sleep. Like we're the shit. You know,
No,
you're
you're
probably
definitely-
getting like 20 minutes at a clip. Like
Literally,
if you're
yeah.
lucky, you'll get like an hour or two.
Yeah.
What is it? You definitely get like the shaky hands a little bit. Your blood pressure fucking goes through the roof.
Really?
Yeah, like like one time I had it bad and I was like laying with a chick and she's just like, I can feel your neck pulsating, and it was just like fucking bop 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 bop. Like right in like my jug.
Were you lying to her? Like, I'm not on drugs.
No.
Oh,
she
she
knew.
knew.
Yeah.
I've been in that because for some reason every time I end up with a girl, she's like a straight, just
Yeah.
like a straight A person.
Right.
Like they work in medical.
Yeah.
And for some reason they see me and they're like, that seems like a great idea.
I know.
And I remember like I would, so I always had to lie to my girlfriends that I was doing drugs.
Right.
And I remember there was one in college and she was like laying on my chest. I was on ecstasy.
Yeah.
And I was like sweating and just like, I think half of it was probably nerves
Yeah.
because I was afraid of her.
It's mostly the drugs.
I was, yeah. let's say 60-40.
Yeah. Okay.
And 40% I was just like, I was afraid of her. And
Right.
I just didn't want her to find out. And I remember she was like laying on my chest and just like, go done. And it was just sweat. And she just like dead silent. She was like, I know you're on drugs right now. And I was like, no. And she's like, come on. What are you going to do?
Yeah. Sometimes you get caught, man.
You get caught. You get caught.
Balls. Dude,
My
work
sack.
pants are so tight.
So maybe they're not tight. Maybe you just got a big ass dong.
Yeah, it's part. It's definitely.
Yeah.
It's definitely there. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. It's definitely hard, like, to like fake being on drugs,
Or
like to pretend
not being on drugs.
to pretend like you're like it's like I got to the point where it was like I had to pretend that I was not high, and then like I would just be telling everyone like, oh, I'm good,
Yeah.
but then like the lie also had to continue when I was sick. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I would stop doing drugs and get sick, and then if I was sick, people would be like, you lied to me. You were doing drugs. Like last week you were doing drugs. Like you're a fucking liar. So then it's like I had to pretend I wasn't fucking sick. And dude, that's like just as hard.
I was going to say, what do you think's harder? Pretending you're not sick or pretending you're not on drugs?
Oh, dude, it's like impossible. Like, especially like when you have someone that just kind of knows you.
Yeah.
Like by the time like I was done with everything, like my parents and like my girlfriend, like they just know me so well that they just like one look at me and they're like, you're fucked up.
Well, once you break that seal of them knowing that you do drugs,
Yeah.
it's gone forever.
Yeah,
Because you can get away with a lot before you break that seal. Before they
Right.
know you do drugs,
yeah,
like there were times like I'm doing things clearly on drugs, but
Right.
like my friends, my mom,
Yeah.
they didn't know me as a drug user, and they were
Yeah.
just like, yeah, that's just I don't know, something's wrong with Travis
that's
today.
really accurate. Yeah,
Yeah.
because then like I get mad, now because it's like I feel like I can never look tired,
Yeah,
You know, like I
You
can just,
always have to be awake now.
yeah, dude, it's bad. It's like I have to do coke.
There was
No, but it's just like anytime I look fucking tired or I get a little bit sleepy, it's
Yeah.
just like people start like, oh, what is he doing? You
Yeah.
know, is he all right?
it's so funny when you look back at certain behaviors and you're like, how did you not know I was on drugs?
Right.
Like one time I was up at 9 a.m, yipped out of my mind, and I went into the attic to look for my old Irish babysitter's number that I had when I was 9. I was
Yeah.
like, it'd be cool if I reconnected with Jillian.
Oh my god.
And I'm just rummaging through the
Yeah.
attic. And my mom's like, what are you doing up there?
just insane behavior.
Yeah, and I was like, remember Jillian? Remember the Irish nanny we had that one summer? What the fuck's her number, huh? And she was like, I think I actually have it. We found it.
Oh my god.
And I called her and I texted her. I was like, hey, what's going on? Just texting this old Irish nanny on coke at 9 a.m.
Wait, she was like old?
No, but just like my old Irish nanny.
Oh yeah.
And I'm just
'Cause
like,
I thought
hey.
it was like gonna be like a college chick that like babysat you that you're like, oh, she was hot. Let me hit her up.
No, she was not hot.
Oh, okay.
But I was just like, hey, remember me? It's Travis. I'm not on coke right now or anything. Just saying hello. And then she didn't answer. She answered a year to the date.
Wow.
Like exactly a year. And she's like, hey, sorry, I just saw this. I didn't think you were on coke. And then I texted her. I was like, I was on coke. I don't care about this message anymore. And she was probably like, all right, you dick. Like, fuck you. like what a pointless fucking.
Yeah. Yeah, there's definitely like, I don't know, like when the veil got lifted from like everybody's eyes, you
Yeah.
know, it's just like everything became like if I would leave the house for like an hour,
Yeah.
like my parents would just be like, what the fuck's up? Because like
Yeah.
it was like that was the time it took for me to like go to the dealer's house and come home was like around an hour.
You get real good at knowing times, like time budget. You know what it is? Being a drug addict,
So good.
You get really good at time management.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's unfortunate because
Who says
like,
you don't get anything out of
drug
drugs?
dealers are awful with time management.
I've had some drug dealers where I was like, you know what? You better not get another job because I don't know, you're barely keeping this one.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. They are like, will show up like hours late.
Yeah.
Hours late. Oh, my bad. I was in the shower. It's like, bro, that was like a 2.5 hour shower.
I just want to know, like, what are you doing?
Yeah, dude. Seriously.
I don't care. But like, what were you doing?
Yeah, like don't give me like an excuse. Like actually tell me what the fuck you were doing because I'm really curious.
Yeah.
You know that you couldn't keep this appointment.
It's it's dude, this fucking drug behavior, dude. I remember there was one time, the last chick I went out with, my high school friends used to do a Ocean City, Maryland trip,
Okay.
and I was gonna drive me and my girlfriend up there, or down there,
Right.
to go to the trip. And so I went out the night before, and I just got a new Jeep Wrangler, and I was showing it off to everybody. I was taking the top off, just doing coke.
Yeah.
Showing everybody in the Wrangler with the top off, and I was so excited. Around comes 8 a.m. Now I got to drive to Ocean City, Maryland, strung out on coke.
Yeah.
I pick her up, just white knuckling it and sweating, with the top down.
That's a fucking long drive too.
With the top down because I was too high to get it back up.
Okay. Yeah.
And so I'm like, just get in the car. She gets in the car. We start driving Ocean City, Maryland. It starts raining
Oh no.
hard. And she is furious. She's like, our luggage is getting wet. And I was like, we just got to make it through Connecticut. She's like, what, Connecticut? You're going the wrong fucking way.
Oh no, you did that?
I had to turn all the way back around. I was fried, dude.
Oh Jesus Christ.
It was in like a 5
Dude,
hour.
I had a Wrangler too. Well, it was like my dad's, but that was the car that I used in like high school and college, or like no, most of high school. Getting a top on to like a Wrangler in the rain
Oh,
is awful.
because the rag top, it's wet.
Yeah.
So it's just,
Oh my god, that was just like so stressful. And then if like trying to do that while on coke, like 3 hours north when
Yeah.
you're supposed to be fucking going south.
It's dude, and it was like I was trying to rip it on,
Yeah.
and I mean, I'm on the side of I-95,
Like at
Just-
that point, I would have been using like duct tape.
just wrestling with my car, sweating on coke. And
Yeah.
like I've never seen someone more mad at me.
Oh,
She was
yeah.
furious, and we got to the hotel room, and she was just like, "I don't want to talk to you for the rest of this trip. I'm gonna have a
Holy
fun time. You're gonna have a fun time. Let's just be cordial."
Wow.
And she was like, "I don't want to talk to you for the rest of
And
this
she
trip."
stayed strong with that.
Yeah, we didn't talk the whole trip. We started talking on the way. The way back was a very nice drive.
Oh.
You know, but it was like literally like 95% of the trip. She was over there. I was over there.
Oh my god.
And she was like,
man.
"I don't want to fucking see you."
Yeah.
I was like, and I knew I did wrong.
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh, you fucked up bad, dude.
Yeah.
You fucked up bad."
See, yeah, because I was a downer guy. I always tried to not be the driver. Because,
Yeah.
like, there's been times where it's like, even just driving, home for like a half hour, like from the dealer, it's like I would fall asleep in the left lane, wake up in the right lane, like that type of shit,
Jeez, that's fucking
Dude,
Christ.
I got lucky a couple times.
Dude, because tell us your story about with the stolen valor.
Oh, the Stolen Valor?
Stolen Valor story.
Well, that was the Dewey story.
That was but I didn't. We said on the first episode, but then it was the first episode. We didn't have Beezy.
Oh, yeah. All right. Fuck.
So you get a Dewey.
Yeah. So, yeah, man. So, yeah, I was going through some shit at that time. So, like, that was, like, I just got fired from work in 2012 summer. Then, this is where, like, the veil got lifted, like we're talking about. So, like, people, like, started knowing that I was on drugs.
Yeah.
So I went to my first, like, rehab. I got home. And, like, this was, like, a big part of it was, like, after, I think I was just, like, only doing, like, Roxy's at that time.
Yeah.
But, like, I stopped, like, I went to the rehab and, like, I'm talking to the counselors and they're like, "So what's your plan when you get out? Like, you're going to stay clean?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm not going to do drugs anymore, but I'm going to drink."
Yeah.
They
probably should be like, "What are you doing?" No.
and they're just like, "Oh, you think you can do that?" And, like, I really didn't, like, get the fact that, like, I'm probably an addict at this time, like, I just thought, like, I got a little out of control, and, like, the drugs got a hold of me. I still thought I could, like, drink like a human being, but, I came out of that and I was taking, like, Suboxones, too. So, like, fast forward, like, when I got out, I was unemployed. I had nothing to do. I was, like, trying to be, like, a comedian because, like, I was on unemployment, so I had, like, fucking money coming in. I was just, like, going out and getting wasted, like, every fucking night, but, like, just drinking. And I was actually doing a lot of coke at the time, too. And but I was also on, like, Suboxone, so I just had, like, a whole mess of shit in me.
Yeah, that's a lot of shit.
Yeah.
That's a lot
So
of shit.
fucking New Year's Eve came out. It was New Year's Eve time, and I went to the Chateaubriand.
Okay, I remember. And you kept trying to hook up
Yeah.
with one of the girls there, right? It was like it was like you were at like a wedding party or something, right?
No, it was just like a real fucking classy place. You
Yeah, it
know,
was classy.
Me and my friends, like, we all got fucking tickets, and it was like a weird vibe, because it's like New Year's Eve and it's like a classy place. So, like, there weren't many single girls there. Like, everybody kind of brought a date.
Yeah.
I was expecting, like, there to just be like, for it to be like a crazy party, and there was like ton of single girls, and it just wasn't. So I was like drinking. I wasn't like too wasted, but like I was started texting like I don't know. I like that entire night was just so fucking weird. So like I was like striking out a little bit just because like every girl was taken. I remember when the ball dropped, I took a bottle of champagne. Everybody's on the dance floor, and I shook it up, and I just started spraying it everywhere.
At a classy party.
Yeah, at a classy party. And like this one girl came up to me after, and like she fucking threw her glass of champagne on me, and she's just like, "I'm gonna have to get dry cleaning." And like I'm like, "Why?" Like she's like, "You covered me in champagne, asshole." So then she's like, "And I'm driving home, and I'm gonna be smelling like liquor." And I was like, "You shouldn't drive drunk."
She's like,
I was
"No,
like, "You shouldn't drive drunk." I was like, that's wrong of you.
You're being responsible.
Yeah, I was telling her, but and so like I started texting people because like now like I was known as like the asshole that just sprayed champagne on everyone. I lost all my friends, like just couldn't find them. Like there were like multiple rooms and stuff. Like we were supposed to be in like one room, but like my friends were like sneaking out to go to other rooms, like because like they were playing better music or whatever. So it was like weird as fuck.
So you leave.
So
and
yeah,
you get this
I call Mike Keegan.
Okay.
So Keegan's at fucking RC Dugan's, and he's like, "Yo, come here. I got a whole bunch of cocaine." And I'm like, "Okay, awesome." So I fucking I was supposed to stay in a hotel that night. I went to the fucking hotel first. I fucking went to the desk. I didn't have a key, and they're like, "We can't let you into a room without a key." And I'm like, "No, but like I'm supposed to be staying here." Blowing up all my friends, no answer. I try to sleep in the car for like an hour or two, and it's fucking New Year's Eve. It's freezing, and so I put the keys in my fucking ignition, and for heat, and I'm like I got the drunk brain going, right? So I'm like, oh shit, if a cop came into this parking lot, I'll get a DWI.
Yeah.
So it's much harder to miss to hit a moving target, you know. So at least I'll be driving, and they won't find me, you know, because I'm going to stay in this one spot and get caught. So I'm like, just like got these crazy drunk thoughts happening already. But like, I wasn't that drunk. So I fucking, I started texting different people, and Keegan responded. I was going to go to RC Dugan's. So like RC Dugan's is like, I don't know, 2 minutes from my house. So it's
a shiesty joint.
Yeah, it's like a big Coke bar, and like they were partying there, and I was like, all right, you know, whatever. Like at least Keegan will be there. Like, well, I usually have fun there. That should be like there'll be single girls, you know, like this will be a good time. So I fucking get like 95% of the way there. Like I'm like, I got all my windows down. I'm smoking a cigarette. Got music playing. I pull up to a red light, and fucking I see a cop car. I like, you know, it wasn't like, it was like a T intersection. It wasn't like a full four-way, but like, so he's like makes a right. He gets right behind me, and I just look in my rearview mirror, and I'm like, I'm going to jail tonight. Yeah. Like I knew right away. So he's behind me. We're at a red light. The light turns green. He just flashed me and pulled me over right away. I was like, motherfucker, you know, like in his report, it was all like, we witnessed Mr. Murray like weave in and out of traffic and all this shit. So whatever. So I get the DWI. I get fucking, well, I kept pretending to blow. Like the guy's like, you need to blow in this. And I'm like, and I'm like, and he's just like, no, you got to blow harder. I'm like, listen, I'm a smoker. I can't do it, man. So like, if you don't blow, they take you to the station, whatever. So I fucking go there. I'm there for a while. And this is like the dumb part, because like, I don't know. I doubt I could have beat a breathalyzer, but like, if I was gonna blow, I should have did it then. I waited like 2 hours at the station and finally like tried to blow, because I was like, oh, all the alcohol's out of me. And I didn't get too bad or whatever. So, like, these officers, like, you know, they fucking started, like, going through everything with me. So like, you fingerprint me, you got to take your shirt off. So they start seeing all like your tattoos and everything, right?
Yeah.
So on my back, I have a tattoo that says like Murray, and it says death before dishonor, which I didn't realize at the time, but this was the Marine Corps slogan.
Fuck.
So this is how it started. So the cop was like, "Oh, are you in the service?" And like I was just like, "What do you think?" You know?
Yo, some balls on you, dude.
Yeah. So I fucking didn't. I didn't like say no. You know? I just kind of let him believe that I was in the service.
Oh, you didn't say no at all.
Yeah, but I didn't like say yes either. I was just like, "What do you think?" You know, like.
My brothers died out there, all right? I was in Fallujah.
Well, it was up to him to say, you know, I don't think you were in the service. Like, that was the trick I played on him, you know? So, like, that night, you know, people were, like, coming up to me, like, other officers were like, "Hey, I heard you were a Marine." And like I'm just like playing into it now. I'm like, yeah.
Oh my
and
God.
They're like, "Thank you for your service." And and I'm just like loving it. I'm like, yeah, and this is what you do to fucking veterans. You lock them up on New Year's Eve. You know? You fucking assholes. You don't like, yeah, you carry a gun, but you didn't see what I saw. You know, like I'm like fucking really like playing it up all night. You know?
Oh my God, dude.
Yeah, so like
That's such a ballsy fucking move.
yeah. So I didn't like fucking realize like just like telling a bunch of fucking Nassau County cops like this could bite me in the ass. Like I thought I was just like playing a prank on everybody. So fucking I get arraigned the next day, and you know I had like a public defender or whatever, and I was like, "Listen, I'll hire you, but whatever you have to do, I just can't get bail." I was like, "I have no money." I was like, "You just need to get me ROR, released on your own recognizance." So I was like, "You just need to get me out today. Like I fucking can't spend the weekend in jail." He's like, "All right, I'll do it." So fucking I guess one of the cops told the lawyer that I was in the service. So like all this is happening behind my back. I had no fucking clue. So when the judge comes and you know, he starts and he's like, "Hey, Mr. Murray, all right, so this is what's going to happen. We're going to release you on your own recognizance. And we're going to start looking into transferring you to military court. We know that you're in the service. You know, thank you for your service, by the way." Like the judge is fucking telling me, and I'm just like,
God, dude,
like I'm like sobering up now, and I'm just like, what the fuck is happening? So I fucking start going to the lawyer. I'm like, "I'm not in the fucking service." He's like, "You're not what?" You know, like now he's pissed off because like that's I guess the bargaining chip he got me out of jail on was like, "Oh, he's a fucking good soldier boy. He's not gonna run away." So fucking I got out and I went home and I was it. So then like months later, I hired like a big lawyer. You know, because I realized, like, oh, I'm in fucking trouble.
Right.
Yeah. So, like, this fucking public defender was so mad at me, too. He's like, "You promised me." He's like, "I got you out of there." And he's like, "You promised, now you're not going to fucking hire me?" I'm like, "Here's your fucking $200. Like, leave me the fuck alone." And, like, I hired, like, my big lawyer. And, like, they were fucking pissed when they found, like, because my lawyer told them, they're like, "Yo, he's not in the service. Like where did you even get this from?" And like all the cops are swearing, like, "No, he fucking told us he was." You know, so they wanted to tack on like a fucking extra misdemeanor for stolen valor.
Jeez.
And like, I don't know, dude. Like, I guess the lawyer like said like, oh, that's fucking ridiculous, or I don't even know if it's like a real charge. I don't know if you like.
I think it's definitely a real charge.
I don't think. No,
I just
like,
don't think anyone's ballsy enough to do it.
I don't think it's an actual charge like stolen valor. I think if you impersonate a military person, you know, like if I had like the full fucking Marine getup,
Yeah.
and I'm like walking around and like fucking, you know, Semper Fi and fucking, I need
Yeah.
a military discount. Like that's what you get in trouble for.
Okay.
I think just telling people like you're a fucking Marine.
some drug addict fuckhead like, yeah, I'm a Marine.
Yeah, hey, you know me. They called me the snake over there because I was a sniper.
They call me Dirt Mud.
Yeah, I was giving everybody. I was counting more bodies than you could imagine.
Oh God.
Then you count sheep when you're sleeping.
They call me the War Pig.
You fucking civilian.
Hey, you don't know what it's like over there
Yeah,
in Iraq.
Yeah.
In Vietnam. I was in both.
that's what I. Oh, but like,
How old are you? 138.
dude, I definitely like while they were like talking, they're like, so where were you? I was like, Fallujah. and they're like, oh yeah, and I was like, yeah, I was in a 108th Airborne. Dude, I was like just making shit up.
Oh my
like
God,
the whole
dude.
time. And it was all just because like when I told the one guy, like, what do you think? He went and like told his buddies, like, oh yeah, we got this fucking veteran.
We got this Purple Heart.
Yeah.
A Green Beret.
So I think this is what happened too, because the cops, I think they got really fucking mad at me that I did that, because like somehow it got released to the paper, like
Yeah.
because like I also was telling everyone I was a comedian because they were asking like, what do you do for work?
A comedian and a war.
I was
man.
unemployed, so I was saying, oh, I'm a comedian. So I think that's how it got released to the papers, that I was a comedian and like the DWI, because like this ended up making the fucking page 7 of the New York Post.
Oh yeah.
on New Year's Day.
We talk about with Neil.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
Not a lot of news that day.
yeah, dude. And like, yo, this shit was on like TV, and like I guess the TV picked it up from the newspapers and shit. Like fucking, you know, Jimmy, who runs the club, said he saw me New Year's Day. He's laying in bed with his wife, fucking New Year's Day. He's like, hey, look, there's fucking Hugh Murray.
Oh, dude.
You know,
Yeah.
and this is like what happened. I think the cops fucking told the papers like, oh yeah, we got a story for you. Fucking
Guys, I was joking.
this comedian is fucking, you know, got a DWI, because they, you know, like I'm not a fucking famous comedian at that
Yeah.
point, dude. I was doing comedy for like 3 years. I was like just getting like spots at clubs and fucking going on the road a little bit. Like I wasn't fucking doing anything, but like in big fucking letters in the article, comedian got DWI, caught with a taser.
It's the thing about me, no matter how like low I got, I always like, I never tried to like lie my way out of things. Like I always, like, if you got me, you got me. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I was like, fuck, you got me. Like I was never like, I would admit to what I did. Like I remember one time it was when I was working that medical job, and we had to drop our machinery
Right.
off at another checkpoint,
Yeah,
and because the machines couldn't be out in the cold.
yeah.
So I was dropping it off, and the machine fell off the truck, and the whole side came off of the machine. And I quick just popped it back on. I'm like, that's good. And I met up with my boy at Hooters. And then, so we're drinking, doing everything. Like, you want to do some blow? I was like, nah, dude, I'm chilling right now. I've been doing good.
Yeah.
And then my boss hits me up with a picture of the machine, and the whole thing's split in half.
Oh my god.
And he's like, the fuck is this, Travis? I was like, I'm sorry, it fell off the truck. He's like, save it, you're fired. And I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I hit him, and I turned around to my friend. I was like, you know what? I will do some coke. I just got
Yeah.
fucking fired. So we're doing coke at Hooters, and we're doing whatever. And he's like, let's go out to the car and let's
Yeah.
finish the bag. And I'm like, all right. So I'm finishing the bag of coke in my car, and I just hear on the window, and I turn around. It's a cop, and he sees me with a dollar bill in my nose.
Oh man.
And I was like, oh, fuck. I was like, there is no way I just lost my job and got arrested in under an hour. I
That's
was
brutal.
Dude, I was so... The worst part was I had to get cuffed and arrested. I had to get handcuffed and arrested in front of Hooters. And I was like, what are you guys doing after when you guys get out of your shift? And they're like, we don't give a fuck about you. You're getting arrested.
Yeah, you're still trying to play it fucking cool.
Like, try playing it cool while you're getting arrested.
Yeah.
You're not going to play it cool.
Dude, I fucking... I don't know. I'm not typically like a liar like that where I'm just going to fucking do that. But like, I don't know. I had it in my head from the beginning. Like, I'm going to make it hell for these police officers the entire time.
Yeah.
Like, when they put the cuffs on me, dude, it took 6 of them to get me in the back seat of the car.
But you're just thrashing around?
Yeah, dude. I was like, fuck it. Like, And I gave away my plan too soon. I was trying to get them to beat the shit out of me.
Yeah.
So that I could sue them. So, like, I was fucking, like, calling them every name in the book. Like, you're just a fucking gun in a badge, faggot, you know? Like, why don't you take these cuffs off and see what I can do, you know? Like,
you know I'm in the military?
So they started, like, roughing me up, like, real good. Yeah, like they really started giving it to me, and then, like, the one guy, like, he was like about to take out his nightstick, and like I just got in his face, and I was like, give my lawyer something to work with.
Oh yeah, you would have been good.
Yeah, and he fucking just held back, and it's just like, and like he just stopped, you know. So then they tried getting me in the back of the car, and I was like putting my feet up, like so they fucking couldn't get me, and I like pushed with my legs, and we all fell over. Like, they were getting so mad, dude.
I usually don't want that to happen to cops, except for the rookie cop that gave me a ticket recently.
Yeah.
That I hope that guy experiences something like that.
Yeah.
Because I was like, hey man, I just recently got a parking ticket, so I'm looking for a parking garage, so this doesn't happen again. And he's like, yeah, but you're operating a phone. I'm like, I don't know where a parking garage is. He's like, too bad. I'm sorry. If I see that guy out at a bar, I'm definitely causing shit.
Yeah.
Like, I know what his face looks like. I'm fucking causing shit, 100%.
Yeah, you know what? It's just like, I respect cops too.
I do, but fuck you if you're gonna do something like that.
I really pleaded to the guy that pulled me over, and I was like, listen, man, I am like, I'll walk home. I was like, you got me, you know. Yeah. I'm like walking distance from my house. I was like, you can take my keys. I'll call a cab. And you got to remember, like, a lot of people don't fucking know that, like, I didn't hit anyone. I didn't cause any property damage.
Yeah. Like,
there was nothing. Like,
they just caught you.
You know, he just got behind me. He didn't even witness me driving. In his report, it was like, I witnessed Mr. Murray swerving and blah, blah, blah. And it's just like, that didn't happen. He just saw a fucking, you know, a 26-year-old kid on New Year's Eve at 2 a.m. with his windows rolled down, smoking a cigarette, and was just like, all right, here's some nice overtime, you know?
Yeah.
And, you know, he fucking got me. And I was like telling him, I was like, listen, man, you're really going to ruin my life here. You know, like, I know it's your job, but, like, you know, is there any way, like, I'll walk home, like, you know, like,
with my shoes off.
And that would have been like a long fucking walk too. I was like, I'll literally walk home in the cold, you know, like, you could take my keys, you fucking tow my car, you know, I'll take a cab, whatever you want me to do. Just please don't do this, you know? And like, the guy just had no fucking heart. Like, of course I shouldn't have been driving drunk.
Yeah.
But, like, you know, if that was like the 80s or something, they probably would have just like drove me home or called my dad or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like because from that DWI, I have had so much fucking bad shit happen after that. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like it's the rookie cops who do that. Like, I feel like the guys with like 10 years on the force, they're like, listen, I don't give a fuck. Right? So just get out of here. Or so. Usually it's the guys who are like 3 years, like, I have to do this. This matters. That's why when I'm at jiu-jitsu and I'm like talking like a new guy, and I'm like, hey man, what do you do? Cop. how long you been on the force? And they're like, oh, like 2 years. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, I'm about to fuck this guy up.
Oh yeah.
I'm about to beat the shit out of this guy.
You gotta.
Because I'm like, oh, you give me a ticket? Watch me slam your face into the ground.
Yeah.
And just saw your fucking nose off.
Yeah.
With my forearm.
I just think it just sucks too, because I'm never the one to really get out of tickets too. Anytime I just try to talk to cops like they're human beings and be like, listen, man, this is really gonna affect my life.
Yeah.
The one guy, I had just gotten my license back, and I was during that 90-day probationary period or whatever. I was on day 80, and I got caught speeding.
Yeah.
And I told the guy, I'm like, listen, I just got my license back. I'm about to start a new job where my license is required. You give me this ticket and my license gets suspended. Can you not? Can you just hook me up,
Yeah.
And every time they're just like, no, well, you shouldn't have been speeding. It's come on,
It's I give respect to the cops that are detectives.
Yeah.
Or you're on a big, but just those writing out a ticket. Map. That's what I do. And it's
I know.
Did you want to do this? Because I don't think you wanted to do this.
I know.
I don't think you want to be this type of cop. I think you want to be a bigger cop, and it's still available to you. You still could.
Yeah.
Just you just gotta work hard. Like my friend's now a detective. That's now he likes what he does.
Yeah.
That's
yeah. I got a buddy that's a detective. He loves his life,
It's
but I'm not saying oh fucking they should let go every drunk driver that they have.
Yeah.
Obviously there's some people that just shouldn't be fucking doing that.
If you have if you have 2 or 3 DUIs.
Yeah, of course, fucking throw them in jail. But that night I just fucked up. And I even told the guy, I said, listen, I was going to meet people in that bar right there. Can I just park my car in that parking lot? You take me to the jail and not tow my car? And of course he's like, nope, got to tow the car too. Just tacking on shit. I was just can you just fucking throw me a bone? And it's just I basically made it to the place where I was going. And then I was just I won't go there. I won't fucking go there. I'll go home. I will go home tonight, and that'll be the end of it. Can you just fucking not do this?
My thing, you caught me with Coke, so of course.
Yeah.
You caught me a $1 bill, and that's a pretty ridiculous thing.
Yeah.
I deserve what I get. But yeah, it's those little ones. I'm really you're gonna get me for 9 miles an hour over the speed limit. Right. You're a pussy. You're a schmuck.
Right. And they know they have that power to make or break your fucking day. This it happened fairly recently, earlier this year, because I just started dating Marissa in January. So when we took our little trip upstate, there was a cop up there, and it was a complete fucking speed trap. Being a tourist, I had no idea about it. So the speed limit went from 55, slowed down to 25, and then picked back up to 55. And this was maybe a 2-3 mile stretch of town, where this guy was obviously waiting, and I didn't fucking see the stop, the change, so I was going fucking 55 the whole time. He pulls me over, and I didn't realize, because he was traveling this way and I'm coming down this way. I was like, how did he even get me? Yeah. But I didn't realize that these fucking cop cars have sensors in the bumper that he can tell how fast you're going, going the opposite way.
I think if I'm doing 20 miles an hour, then give me a speeding ticket.
Yeah.
But
no, I'm just saying that was an obvious speed trap, and I'm from out of town.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to I'm like, hey man, can you just hook it up? I'm on vacation with my girlfriend. We're not from around here. You give me the ticket. I'm gonna have to take a day off of work and come all the way back up here. Could you just, be a guy, be a dude.
I was I remember there was one time. I was younger, and I was going out with this chick, and she had a friend that was I'm gonna be a cop.
Yeah.
When I get older, I'm going to become a cop. like rowdy, all back to blue.
Yeah,
I'm gonna become a
big
cop.
boss man from the fucking WWF.
He's like, I'm gonna give people tickets. He was like, I'm gonna be a fucking cop, and he loved it. He would say that stuff,
Yeah.
and he was in love with my girlfriend, and I was the outsider friend
Okay.
who came in out of nowhere and scooped the love of his life, and he fucking hated me. So much to the point, like if we were next to each other, he just like would just lay in the deafening silence
Wow.
and wouldn't talk to me. And I just remember he was saying like, yeah, I can't wait till I'm a cop, run into someone like you. And I'm like, huh? And he's like, I can't wait till I'm going to run into you and I'm going to rape you with tickets. I mean, I'm going to tickets right up your pant leg. And then he just went on and on and on. And then in comes my girlfriend and he looks at her like, oh, the love of my life.
Right.
And then I look at her like, oh, yeah, there's my girlfriend. And then I looked at him like, you going to give me tickets for real? He's like, absolutely. And I was like, all right, that's cool. I'm going to go fuck the shit out of Allie now. All right, Pop? And, and then I just went and just absolutely destroyed her. and I made sure, because we were like staying at a house, we like a Airbnb thing. And I was just, oof, against the wall. So he heard it. I was like, you hear that? You hear what I'm fucking around with in here? Pussy. You write me a ticket. Well, I'm absolutely stuffing the love of your life.
Yeah, and that's another thing is like that guy literally just dreaming of abusing his power.
Yeah.
You know, and like I took the cop test when I was getting out of college. I took all like the cop tests. I think I was the only one of my friends that admitted to drinking alcohol, and I didn't get the call back. And like, I think like 10 of my friends are cops now, and they all admitted to not drinking. Now they all drink every weekend still, and I don't drink, but they're cops.
Dude, nobody drinks like cops.
But like they fucking all lied. You know what I'm saying? Like they lied about drinking. And like that's what the cops are taking. Like, oh no, this one said he fucking doesn't drink. It's like he's 22. He put on his resume that he was in a frat. You believe he never drank in his life.
Yeah.
Like, you know,
really?
like it's like the cops are literally just taking like liars, you know?
What who would you rather fight? Because we're coming close to the wrap up. Who would you rather fight? A cop who's like a ticket giving 2-year on the force cop?
Yeah.
Or a meter maid? It's hard.
That's a tough one.
Because I dude, sometimes like I get visibly irate with those meter maids.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'll fucking kill you, dude.
Yeah.
Like with my bare hand. I don't care if I go to jail.
Like I can't do it. I beeped it already. It's like, shut the fuck up.
They're always like the doughiest
Yeah.
fucking. I'm like, never. Can't one just be like jacked? And I'm
Right.
like, oh, that would be a good fight because that guy looks like he's in shape. It's always like, I would decimate that guy.
Yeah.
Sometimes we're not funny on this podcast. Sometimes we get fucking aggressive.
100%.
That's fun. It's fun being aggressive.
Yeah.
It's cool.
All right, dude.
That's it.
I think that's it.
Let me plug some stuff. Actually,
Yeah.
So, guys, this Saturday, December 9th, I'm going to be at Barrier Brewing. It's my show. I'm running a second show.
You still haven't booked me on that show.
I know. I got to book you. I'm trying to get more shows so I can book more people.
Motherfucker.
So, Barrier Brewing. I just missed the fucking flyer now. Where the fuck is my flyer? Yeah, I'm trying to run more shows so I could like book more people. I feel bad when people are just like, you know, if I only have one show. All right, so yeah, Barrier Brewing, December 9th, 8 o'clock. It's going to be me, Farouk Hussein, Greg and Rob, Mackenzie Graves, and Nick Tillelli. It's going to be a solid lineup. So you guys check it out. And yeah, follow me, Trav_Grant, and Travis Grant on Facebook. And that's it. Hugh, take it away.
Yeah, man. Follow me, The Logic, and you know, as always, like, subscribe, share at Treading Water Podcast. Yeah, man, and that's it. We're gonna take the next week off, and we'll see you back on the 18th.
Yeah, guys, peace out.
Peace.